That notion that Bitcoin will replace all currencies and goods in the future? In theory, yes, it will be a very long time before it happens, holy cow. And aren't there other options that could be more efficient at? Less expensive and better? Is stablecoin the superior option for this kind of thing? In a way, well, I suppose. The price of Bitcoin may remain static until it reaches a certain level of maturity, though. Yes, I agree with it. Do you agree? No, the price has to go up, and I need the price to go up, now all. Those people who are purchasing it to get rich will say, yes, what you really want is for the value of your ownership part in the network to grow. A little decrease in the number of Bitcoins held by the wealthiest holders has occurred at the same time as the recent price reduction of Bitcoins. Notably, there has been a 0.2% decline in the supply controlled by whales with 100,000 BTC or more in the past 2 days. It appears that these investors are either selling off their assets or moving them to smaller addresses. However, in the past few months, smaller Bitcoin holders have been amassing amounts ranging from 1,000 to 10,000 BTC and 10,000 to 100,000 BTC. Bitcoin started its fall from a technical perspective after it tested its intermediate resistance level at about $70,000. The cryptocurrency has been stuck at this level since the middle of March, unable to close decisively. According to Bitcoin's prevalent inverse head and shoulders pattern, this resistance level is the neckline. As soon as price moves past the neckline and increases by the maximum distance from the pattern's lowest point to the neckline, this classic bullish reversal setup will be resolved. According to the inverse head and shoulders pattern, Bitcoin's main upward target for July is more than $100,000. On the flip side, if Bitcoin's price declines below its neckline, it might head towards its 50-day exponential moving average, which is approximately $66,640. The most important thing is that I thought it was over when BlackRock turned in their application on June 15th last year. Yeah, it's occurring. A green light will be given. Did I mention a date? I was 2 days off when I said January 8th, so take my word for it. This will transpire nonetheless, as I warned. What gave me the confidence to say that? Yes, BlackRock did say that once they're in, and so are others who are genuinely opposed to this happening. So what is this? What this means is that a new blockchain-based monetary system will be created. They prefer their current system of rent-seeking or taking, thus they aren't interested in it. They said we were in, therefore we were in. Why is that important now? For the simple reason that by the time January came around, financial advisors had authority over around 30 trillion, give or take, dollars worth of assets held by baby boomers. 10 basis points or 30 billion dollars was the order handed down to those financial advisors when they received the word that they were to desist from zero. Sure, $30 billion would affect Bitcoin's price, but 1% minus 300 billion is not even a crazy number. Over the first 15 years of Bitcoin's existence, 300 billion was more money than ever before, more currency than ever before than was ever converted into Bitcoin. It was $1 trillion worth of assets, according to some. Sure, I countered, but $1 trillion still hasn't made it in. I see. Bitcoin has only been converted into a couple hundred billion. Increases in network size, Metcalfe's law, and the spread and appreciation of bids and asks make up the remainder. Significant changes were thus imminent with the injection of $300 billion into an asset that had thus far received no such funding. This is hilarious. Even though I watched a fantastic video yesterday, it was a video of a young boy who was obviously running around Silk Road making a purchase. And he found a wallet containing 55,000 Bitcoin, didn't he? They even did the maths for him as he was creating it. A cool $320 million. So then he starts planning the most extravagant party, the largest yacht, and all that jazz. The next thing he asks is, how can I make my Bitcoin liquid? His Bitcoin disappears as he follows the on-screen instructions to copy and paste the address. The video advises him to duplicate the entire address exactly as it appears in the video, so he watches it. Plus it reveals every character except for the last one was copied. Holy cow. And I have no doubt it is fiction, but surely it has occurred, hasn't it? Someone inadvertently transmitted a large sum of Bitcoin to the incorrect address. That won't be returning. Think of it as a gift to the community at large, as Satoshi would put it. The formalization of these containers or holders or means of exchange is what this is all about. Because just picture yourself doing that while serving as a fiduciary. You replicated the entire past year. Holy cow. You mistook Coinbase for the intended recipient of your client's funds. Instead, they ended up in the ether. No, that's not good. The premise is that this wrapper can facilitate transactions with other parties. and Exchange Traded Fund, or ETF, the ETF I see. It seemed like it was finished when BlackRock turned in their application on June 15th last year. Yeah, it's occurring. A green light will be given. Did I mention a date? I said that January 8th would be the date. Sue me, I was also 2 days off. But I warned you that this would happen. What gave me the confidence to say that? Once BlackRock confirmed their participation, we were in. Whoa, they're not the only ones that are against this happening, what the hey? What this means is that a new blockchain-based monetary system will be created. That isn't something they're interested in since they're content with their current system of rent-seeking and taking. Regarding this, though, I'm just like, they signed us on, and we're in. When was that relevant? Because by the time January came around, financial advisors had authority over 30 trillion, give or take a few trillion, in boomer assets, the majority of which belonged to boomers. Okay? The moment those financial advisors learned they were to cease all zero-based operations, off the zero, they had to go. A tenth of a point. $30 billion, okay? A $30 billion investment would affect Bitcoin's price. But 1% minus 300 billion is not even a crazy number. In the first 15 years of Bitcoin's existence, 300 billion was more money than ever before more currency, more fiat ever changed into Bitcoin. It was $1 trillion worth of assets, according to some. Yeah, but $1 trillion, I responded.